first thought leader we're going to hear from is a dear friend and colleague of mine, Dr. Nitin Shah. The title of his talk is The Art of Giving, Practical Strategies for a More Compassionate World. Welcome, Nitin.
So, in the real world today, how are we going to define compassion? And more importantly, what are we going to do about it? It's a spiritual quality and love in action. All religions believe and recommend practicing compassion. Falling back to Jains, of course, I like the word Arpit said, Bhagwan Mahavir is my hero. So is true for me. True compassion is summation of sympathy, emotional feeling of their pain and or suffering. The more important part to me is the desire to help the less advantaged people and help them in any way they can be. And I'm going to share three different aspects of my life, precisely in last 33 years in Southern California. But more important, it's an open offer to anybody. If you want to do anything out of this or others that will not be able to share here, you're welcome to reach out to me. So starting with, what will it take to organize a free community health fair? Desire, dedication, commitment, hard work. This is Jain Center of Southern California auditorium, set up the atmosphere like a clinic and offer all kinds of services. And many times I get to ask, can we do it X place, Y place, Z place? And the answer is always yes. And this is the best proof. How can you do a free community health fair in a legal lawyer office? This was in Santa Ana in 2000. We done said we'll go and do whenever. The fundamental principle I have utilized is mobilize the resources of the community that is interested in having a health fair. Artesia, I like to give a typical example because few of us certainly had the desire, but it was the dedication of the City Council of City Artesia that led to this. What kind of things that we can offer? Many things and very minimal things as well. Vital signs, EKG, pap smear, hearing test, mammogram, bone density, blood test. In blood tests, typically we are moved away from drawing blood. Now we like to offer it as a finger prick method, point of care testing, so that we consult the people right away. And of course, have consultants of many kinds. This is an olden way of doing things. Just for the reference, we used to draw blood also at that time, but we stopped doing that for a while. Commitment. The mayor, Sally Flower, she spent the whole day with us. And it's not that she's a doctor or a healthcare professional. She is a businesswoman. This is Miss Sally Flower. And she was helping anywhere and everywhere that we needed help. I salute her for her dedication. This is about Anaheim Community Health Fair that we started annually from 2007, and we've been going annually, and we see anywhere from 800 to 1,200 people. Of course, this being in a convention center, 80–90% of the people are average Americans. Well, my son, who lives in the Bay Area, he brought my grandson in 2008 just to have the fill and volunteer, and they've come and did this for the next project that I'll talk about as well. And why do we do all these things? Health is the best wealth one can ever have. Moving on to fresh hot meals to homeless population, something that COVID gave us, believe it or not. Yes, it is during COVID, May of 2020 precisely. I was called by United States Mission, and he said, can you raise money for us? We are making 3 to 4,000 meals every day for hospital and other employees who have been working hard to help people suffering from COVID. And, as usual, my answer was yes, let's go do it. We raised some money, but more importantly, we volunteered there 3 times and learned quite a bit. My father was with me with his wife. He's the past Jaina president. Hot Mills Drive, this was, I think, in 2021. Chris will probably remember this was done on the platform of Jaina, and at the Thanksgiving, we cooked 7,500 to 10,000 meals, and we've been doing that every year, at least 5,000, going up to 10,000. We continued this Sunday cooking every single Sunday for 3 years, from 20 to 23, when we had to stop, and now we've taken a different direction. But we cooked for 3 years every single Sunday. The only exception was when it was Thanksgiving. Because we cook meals on Thursday, we will not cook that particular Sunday, but otherwise all the time. This is as late as yesterday. This is Dr. Parson, who is on this panel. We cooked at Jain Center of Southern California. Now we are starting every Saturday. We cooked 600 meals yesterday. I'm sure you're all going to get more hungry seeing this. This is the chole and rice. And we make meals which are vegan, and occasionally we do vegetarian, but most of the times it is vegan. This was from 2024 Thanksgiving, when we made 7,500 meals. Okay, these are the young volunteers, and we have a pool of 125 volunteers. So this was, of course, one of the best ones. I think the better one was in 2022, this November Thanksgiving, when we had 150 volunteers came out to help with 10,000 meals. The third part and the last part is international medical missions. Started doing this in 1999. And what will you need to do this? We will need a contact in the place where you're going, place, expertise, what's needed in that place, and whether we can take those experts or not. We can't always take everybody that they need. Available resources, the challenges, registration, and of course, finance. In 2006, we were in Vyara, which is in Gujarat, India, and we offered to do free surgeries. And ever since, from 2007 till now, every year, we do 3 days of free surgeries, which are hernia, hydrocele, hysterectomy, etc. 150 is our average, so 50 cases a day. And to make that happen, this is such a small operation theater, but we still put 2 operation tables so that we can get more things done in a short period of time. We do need to have one contact person. Doesn't have to be in medical field. Anybody with a desire, we will guide, we will walk with them, we will hold their hands, and we will give them training, etc., for whatever we need to do. Person will do all local inquiry and connect with the hospital personnel. Arrange local needs like transportation, accommodation, and food. That's our model. We all spend our own money to get to a country, whichever that country may be. In this case, India, of course. And all the rest, local cost, we will take care of it, either with the local host or we will spend that money and raise here. Need of the place is very, very important, because unless we know, we can take everything from here, but if that's not needed, then it doesn't serve well. So based on the need, we will decide which services and specialists we will take them. Find out the type of facility. That's very, very important. And then how many beds and to what capacity can they expand. The Vyara, that example that I gave you, is probably number one on my list in terms of efficiency, time spent, this, that, and other. It's only 25-bed hospital, but they are able to cater for 100 people, 50 incoming and 50 which are already operated on that day. Jamaica is my second best example, actually, out of 19 countries that I have been. They called us again to see if we can do cataract surgeries there. And we started there in 2014. Annually, we have been going, except, of course, COVID. Last year, we did 616 cases in 3 days. First time we did it for 5 days, but ever since. Local resources, one local person who will arrange for all this. Of course, we insist on availability of vegetarian food. We feed vegetarian food every day, everybody. So even people who are non-vegetarian, they also comply and fit with us on those 3 to 5 days. Um, we work with all kinds of organizations, local, international, etc. This is an example from South Africa, again from 2011, where we were doing cataract surgeries. And this surgeon, the two had come from India that we get to do cataract surgeries. And this is from Zambia, which is another great place. Ghana is probably even giving us better results than even Zambia, but Zambia is where I was for 6 years, and I thought of giving back from 2007. We went first time in 2007, next time in 2013, and ever since we've been going every year now. This is Mr. Arun Arya, a great friend from 79. He's born Zambian and he lives in Seattle and he likes to carry this mission. And I have my classmate there. Two of them, I haven't traveled every year because I don't need to. You can go to other places. This is in Mambilima, which is a small place. By road, it will take you 10, 12 hours. So 6 people go in 2 trips in this little plane. It's about 45 minutes ride. Works certainly very well. Uh, Now I have last 1 or 2 minutes that I will need. This was in a military camp in Haiti where we were following the Haiti camp, the earthquake in 2010. And I really like this. The quote is, "Action may not always bring happiness, but there is no happiness without an action." So I will try and play this video. If you don't hear Chris, do shout out so that I can keep talking. It's only 1 minute, and then I'll have my last slide. Oh, it refused to play, it looks like. So we wouldn't worry about that video. That's from Jamaica, where it was a fun video when we were there first time in 2014. We did in 5 days, we did 225 cataract surgeries. And of course, we were not able to get 5 more days next time onwards, but we escalated and we have been able to do more cases in 3 days now that we go only for 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Everybody is invited anywhere, any place you want to come. This is my story in 15 minutes or less, 916 missions in 19 countries, and I believe, ladies and gentlemen, true happiness comes from serving an unknown, someone whom you don't know, someone from whom you don't expect anything in return. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nitin Shah. I'm always inspired to hear the stories of the various forms of service that you're engaged in and follow you around the globe as you're on these missions. I look forward to having a conversation about this in the Q&A as well. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Very inspiring.